Hey guys, welcome to Rising Vibrations. This reading is called His Point of View, the Breakup. This is a retrospective per zodiac sign for a male. If a male broke up with you or you broke up with a male, it's looking at his perspective as to why you broke up. This is for time now, all the way back about 7 years, believe it or not, because I'm looking at the movements of Saturn through Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. So watch this video if you want to know his point of view as to why you broke up. We're going to go in a bit more detail, but I'll save it for the reading. So anyway, thank you for your support. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the shares. And thank you for hanging in there with me. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Hi, welcome to Rising Vibrations. This reading is for Gemini. This is for if you broke up with a Gemini and you want to know from his point of view why the breakup occurred. So we're going to look at the karmic rationale, the energy of the Gemini. We're going to look at this from now, going 7 years back, based on the movements of Saturn through Libra, through Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. And we're going to look at what happened, his past feelings and emotions, what actions caused the breakup, what could have changed his mind, and where this is all headed. So this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus male. The karmic reasons for the breakup. We have something like the Hierophant. This is major arcana. This is the energy of the Sagittarius and Jupiter. This is family pressure. And this is societal pressure. But it feels very family, feels like belief system, difference in culture. Them liking a partner who's really different from them, and this making trouble in their family relationships and private personal relationships. This can be someone from a different racial background, religious background. There's some issue around this for Gemini, which caused the breakup. I feel like family pressure to be with the right person. So what happened? What were the past feelings and attitudes for the Gemini around this breakup or ending of this relationship? We have the 5 of Pentacles. We're back to that church again. And we have the King of Swords. Again, this is for Gemini. So it's very consistent with the air energy of the Gemini. And this is them feeling shut out by their family or looked down upon by people who they admire. So again, this would be a father or mother, them trying to do what their parents want or what their close friends or family members want, even though it may not have been what they wanted. And I feel like the other person was under a great deal of pressure to change some aspect of themselves, which was unchangeable. So meaning if the person was white and the partner was black, how can you change your color? You can change even your religion, but if you were raised and you believe in your religion or enjoy your religion, why would you want to? There's a lot of anguish around this, but look at his face. This is someone who really wants to please with this orientation, someone who they admire and they respect, even though it goes against their heart. They're choosing logic or obligation over their heart. So what caused the breakup in his mind? He can have also felt like you didn't have the same views about work and life and money as him too. Like he wanted to go out and do more than what you wanted to do. And this was causing a problem. So the actions that caused the breakup in his mind. We have major arcana of the world on your side. And on his side, we have the 9 of Cups. Some other sign got the same 2, but in a different position. Could have felt like you were a bit too serious in a way. He could have felt like the relationship ran its course with you. He could have been more concerned about things that were not a concern to you in a way. Like you were more focused on trying to build up your life and relationship with him, and he did not seem to be on the same trajectory or have the same objectives in life as you had. I feel like this is a person who wants to settle down and think about their future, and this is a person who doesn't. So it's also something with the timing here that seems to be off too. So first reading I had that with, but I think Gemini has always had something about timing in a lot of their readings. The Gemini energy has had a focus on time. So what could have changed his mind? We have the Three of Pentacles and we have the Nine. Now we have the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Wands. What could have changed his mind? I feel like this is something about, I mean, it feels impossible. I mean, you couldn't change that much that he wanted you to change. But it's something about appearances here too. Like you should have been more agreeable, less obstructive to what he wanted to do, less obstruction, like more helpful, more agreeable, changing what you wanted towards more of what he wanted, but also around his family, maybe spending more time around his family, acting more agreeable with his family, with his parents, with his friends, socializing more as well, even though it wasn't really your way. But he felt like you were very combative towards him, very disagreeable, making a lot of arguments, putting him under a lot of pressure, making him be more responsible. This was something he wanted to move away from. So where this is all headed in your final advice, we have the Five of Wands now with the under the Five of Pentacles. This is something about making unnecessary problems or him feeling like you were. Now we have the Five of Cups, so we have 3 fives now. It's almost like it's if only you would have seen things my way or done things my way or agreed to do things my way. But I feel like for you it was an impossibility. It just wasn't your way. So you guys may have just really been different people with different goals in life. And literally different people in a way that you couldn't bridge with family. There's something about non-acceptance here. It's like he wanted to accept you, but other people did not. So other points of final advice. And your final karmic message. Let's see if anything else. We got the Nine of Wands again. So this is this is something that can't be solved. There's a disagreement here that couldn't really be solved. And I feel like it was something that could not change. Something about yourself that you couldn't change, or something about your goals in life or what you wanted for your life that you couldn't change, that he was trying to get you to wait or hold off on, but you didn't have the time to. And now we have the Three of Swords. On his side, so we have the Three of Swords and we have the Five of Cups. I feel like there's a lot of regret here. There's a lot of sadness around this breakup for the Gemini. Maybe because he gave in a way that he knew he shouldn't. Perhaps he should have stood by you more than he did. Because it's up to him to have made himself happy and to choose a partner that he wanted to be with and compromise versus listening to anything that anyone had to say about the partner, including his parents. You know, because then he's without you and it seems that he loves and misses you, but yeah. This is what he wanted you to change. You can't change. You're not going to compromise. It's uncompromising energy here. What else do we have for final advice for those dealing with a breakup with a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Wow. We have Pythia. This is like a prophet. This is like, wow. It's a lot of exploitation in this. A lot of religious cards here. This is very odd. You see the religious guy in the background as well here. He's taking advantage of, these were the women who would take this gas in ancient Greece. They were the fates and the prophets. They would smell this gas is a Sagittarius, Pisces energy, Jupiter, Neptune energy. They would be able to tell the future, but often they were not speaking in words that were audible or recognized. It was like a gibberish, and then these priests would translate, but of course they would translate what they wanted, but they were holy men, so people would listen to them. So this is something about the church and religion and families almost making a type of religious pressure, or putting pressure on their children through what their religious values are, or being forced to religious views that you don't really agree with, but you're kind of doing it to get along with your family. It's some pressure around this for Gemini, having to find their own way and really break away from this. And it might be tough because it is really founded in the family and religion. And look, this is also a religious card here. But they cannot do it and have the agreement of their family, but then they won't be happy. And look at this, we have another major arcana. This is the seducer. This is, look how different these energies are. So a sinner or a saint, which are you? Sinner or saint? Gemini. Something here about the Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus meld that you broke up with, of him having to decide between being a sinner or a saint. And here we go with this Gemini, the twin energy, and them not really being able to decide who they were and what they would stick up for. You know, being a good guy, meaning following their own desires for their life and who they want for their partner, or being a bad guy, somehow doing what everybody else wants them to do, and then they miss out on the relationship with you. That was what I had for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, who you broke up with, his perspective. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, hit the thumbs up. Otherwise, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you here again soon. Bye-bye.